Alright. Appears the glare is quite, where's the bar? There. I don't know why the glare on the camera seems so crazy. Wipe that off a little bit. I think that helped. We're gonna do snatch balances. I don't know what I'll be able to get up to. I'm quite sore from yesterday. Obviously, did a lot of heavy weights, but did a lot of bodybuilding stuff after. So I'm sore for that. But just gonna take normal jumps with that. Then behind the neck jerks and potentially a lot of back squats. So a lot of it will just be by feel. I may cut things off if something feels off in a particular exercise. But the goal today is to do auxiliary lifts in really all three movements. So snatch balances, behind the neck jerks, and back squats. So nothing from the floor and nothing that's like a main movement. So I got all my stuff on. I've been putting together, watch the Browns hopefully lose the rest of the game this year so we can get rid of Deshaun Watson. But I was putting together a desk while I was watching them blow another game, which I was actually glad that they lost. So I wasn't actually upset that they blew a game. I just want them to lose and get rid of Deshaun. But we'll start warming up for snatch balances. And because I've been putting together a desk for a little bit, I'm actually not too cold, or at least I've been moving around a little bit. So hopefully I can warm up pretty quick. But do the bar. We go up to 40. Oh. Very crackly. Feel about as good as I'm gonna feel. Alright, so we're gonna go to 40 now and get some chalk on my hands. I'll just do singles and snatch balance and the behind the neck jerks. My shoulder and knee are very crackly. Alright, so 40 kilos. Knee's very crackly, but it doesn't hurt, which is very odd. Wonder how much that is my knee and how much of it is my sleeve. Shirtless stream. Ain't happening, boss. Well, we'll do 60 here. We'll go up to 80 after. It's very disconcerting to keep hearing my knees crackle, but that don't bother me. I don't know. I guess I don't usually notice it because I have music on. 80 here, and then a hundo. I'm not doing pull-ups. Appreciate it, chump. It's pretty easy. Appreciate it, chimp. Hey, appreciate it, guys. Hope those are fireworks. Oh, now I hear screaming. I thought that was a screaming firework. I'm under siege. Where's my other? Oh no, I heard the sparkling. Definitely fireworks. I'm definitely not under siege. It's good. Not bench pressing. Alright, so this is 100 kilos or 220. Just make sure to keep it in a balanced position. Knee is still very crackly, but doesn't feel bad. So we'll go to 120 now. Might stop on this one or go up, depends how it feels, but we'll see. Alright, we got the Russian friend back. Yeah, friend from Soviet Russia. Who but Russia comments, but I don't speak. I don't speak the Russian. No shot at a double. I was trying to be cheeky with it. But I was thinking between 120 and 130. And once I did that first one, I was like, I'm going to just try to do a double. I don't really want to go up to 130. So I'm fine with that. It is what it is. So I'll do some behind the neck jerks now. But I appreciate it, folks. Appreciate you coming back as well. I kind of still want to do 130 though. I just didn't have enough stamina to do that for a double. So I'll at least give 130 a try. See what happens. Definitely not going to try it for a double. What are these? I don't know where you guys find these emojis. It's kind of lit, but yeah, we'll try 130. I already at 120, so I'm already happy with that, which is both a good and a bad thing. But try to be patient with this and make it a good lift. End it on this one and move to behind the neck jerks. So 15 kilos below my best ever, but not really pushing it crazy hard right now. But just got to be confident and patient with it. And if it feels too wonky, then just get away from it. Run away. All right. Just drifted forward too much. Thought about trying to fight it harder, but it was just a bit too forward. Just slightly. Like it didn't even feel like it was that heavy. I just pushed a little forward. I'm actually going to try it again. Actually feels like I could do it. It's really close. It's just one of those lifts I don't want to wiggle around and have to run it forward or anything like that. So take one more crack at 130. If I'm able to do it and it feels amazing, maybe we throw an overhead squat in, but gotta do the actual snatch balance first. Pretty sure I can do it. That's all the confidence I need to actually try to do this thing. All right, so 130, one more attempt at it. Oh, it's so close. It feels good, and then I just feel it just slowly start to roll forward a little bit. But we get to 120. Took, honest attempts at 130, so I'm already happy with that. It's like 2 weeks ago I did 125, but those are definitely like, it's feeling stable. I just have to get more practice at it, but I think I'm gonna start adding these in on Sundays. I think they'll be a good like end of the week exercise to do. But I hit 120. I tried to double it like a goofball, but man, I don't know. I'm kind of feeling like I'm gonna try to do it one more time. It just feels so close. It feels so close, and I feel like I can do it if I just lock in just a little bit more. I think one more attempt is what's due. Just one more. It was so close too. Like it's right there, and it's just slightly forward, and it's feeling comfortable, which is a really nice thing. I'm not feeling like it's like wobbly or shaky. I'm gonna do one more, and then truly will be the last attempt. Truly. All right. Just have to fight it to keep it in the centered position. truth is, we got it though. Third time's a charm. $130. One more try at it. Same thing, just goes forward slightly. And I'm not trying to wiggle it to fight it. It's alright though. That initial catch feels really good, and then as I'm starting to go down, it just goes forward a little bit. It is what it is. Move on with their lives. Do some behind the neck jerks. Oh well. Alright. We're back to 60. Let's go 110, let's go right to 145. I don't feel like re-racking that. Jerk actually felt real easy though. All right. It's really good. Back leg's a little straight, but definitely put a lot of effort into it. So now, some back squats. So last time I did behind neck jerks, I got to 140 because I hadn't done it in a while. One of the issues since the spring, when I injured just shoulder, is the ability to get it far enough back, which I guess you still kind of see in the snatch balances when I was starting to fail them. Just kind of like rolls forward. It's how I kind of miss them no matter what. But the tendency with this shoulder is that everything gets kind of rolled forward. At least it's not symmetrical with both sides. But with that one, I felt like I did a really good job of pushing, trying not to hit the wood thing up here, but pushing straight up and back a little bit. And with the behind neck jerk, it's a really good like drill For that, just to hold a heavy weight above your head, as well as the footwork. The dip drive, it can kind of teach you some things about what it should feel like when you're doing it in the front, like normal. But it's one of those. It's kind of, I mean, it is like a snatch balance in the sense that like it may not carry over directly, but because you're dealing with a maximal load and you're holding it in a similar position as you would in the normal lifts, it will have some carryover in that regard. But I definitely, ever since I've started doing them a couple years ago at this point, I've really liked doing them. They felt kind of odd at first, but they I took very kindly to them very quickly, and I think one of the reasons they feel easier for me, obviously because the technique's easier, you're just going straight up. You don't have to try to get it back, but also because of the way I'm built, I'm gonna kind of lean forward slightly as I dip anyway, especially when it's on my back leg for a back squat. So then as I come up, I actually get a little bit extra from my upper body that I don't normally get from my jerk. So it is like incorrect in that way, but I can't really change the biomechanics that I have. So that's kind of like what will happen on those. Obviously, I'm trying to go straight down and straight up, but for me, the biggest thing is being able to feel that footwork, being able to just think about pushing myself under, and then just holding that weight above my head. So it's kind of it's just like I guess a glorified hold in a sense, but obviously, you kind of have to get that same mindset as you would with a regular jerk. So I have always found that it carries over pretty decent, or at least it is something that isn't a detriment. Which is always important, but also it's like if I do this behind the neck jerk, well, I did this clean jerk yesterday, same weight, but I know that if I do it from behind the neck, I have a good chance of like doing it there, and it also has the other benefit of the neurological tolerance to that heavy load. So if you can do 10 kilos above what you can do normally with a behind the neck jerk, same with like snatch balance, when you're holding that relatively submaximal weight to what that exercise was, it's just going to not feel as insurmountably heavy when you're starting to do the lift and also when you're holding the lift. So it does have some neurological tolerance benefits as well. But yeah, I like it because it's a different stimulus than a regular jerk, and it's nice to kind of have it back because it was a tool that I liked using, especially on like a day like this where I'm not doing main lifts. I'm just doing auxiliary lifts as you saw with the snatch balances and with these. And so it's a nice lift to like, all right, I want to do jerks, but I just want to do something different with it. Um, so it's kind of nice in that regard. But I think similar to the snatch balances, I think I'll keep it on like this Sunday. I think having it on a day like this is really nice because they are mentally easier lifts as well. I'm not trying to do like lifts from the floor because I did a whole bunch yesterday, and it will be good to have a lift that's kind of just a strength building lift. Like it's still beneficial, but I wouldn't necessarily want to do this on like Thursday if I'm gonna do heavy stuff from the floor on Saturday because it's not gonna have that direct carryover. It's more of like I build the stimulus and then kind of use it throughout the week. So happy with that. We're trying to do some back squats now. I wrote a lot of crazy stuff down for back squats, so we'll see how it manifests. But we get this weight off and then just start warming up for there. But yeah, it's like still 11 people, 11 likes. That's more than last night, so I do appreciate that. Working out pretty quick too, which is good. think I'm going to try to squat relatively heavy, maybe similar to what I did yesterday. Maybe a little bit more. We'll see. We'll go 70. We'll do the normal jumps. Knees are still crackly, but it is what it is. Alright. 70 kilos. Alright, up to 120. Yeah, I wanted to do pulls today too, so let's work up on the back squats. Next one, we'll throw the belt on. At least do this and then either 200, 205 at a minimum. Maybe more if it feels good. Not too bad. We'll go up to 210. So that'll probably be the last one I do. Feels super good, we'll do it for double. If it don't feel super good, we're gonna be done. But it's either 1 or 2, like you're at the eye doctor. 1 or 2. 2 or 3. Not doing 3 though. Alright. Gotta make the first one easy if I'm gonna do 2 though. I'm gonna lock it. Come on. Definitely just 1. Oh. Oh. Not bad though. Oh, not bad though at all. Alright. So definitely pick the correct weight. I think that's about where I was going to be able to get today, especially because I did 220 yesterday. So probably wasn't going to have the strongest legs today. All right, so now to do some pulls. So, because it's kind of the end slash the start of the week, I think what I want to do for pulls is we're gonna do this 120 here, and then take a big boy jump to 200, and then have some fun. Have a little bit of fun with the deadlifts. Not too much fun though. This one we'll do with shoes. 200 I'll do with shoes. Then I'll take off my dance shoes after. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Do this one for a single, and then I think I'm just going to go right to 275 and try to do it for two. No shoes for that one though. This one will be easy. Easy peasy. So now we lose the shoes. Alright. The grand finale. We'll throw a belt on too. I'm trying to actually practice doing heavy deadlifts with a belt more if I ever do them. In theory, it should help me. I just usually don't use it for them. So you guys can guess one or two. One or two. Two or three. All right. One. Okay. Guess you could get 0-2. I think I do it for one at least. Oh, very good. Because I haven't dealt with it now in a hot minute. But I don't know if 275 for 3 is a PR. It's definitely close to it. It's definitely not far from it. Because I don't have much more to go. Glasses locked in. Oh, muscles destroyed. Oh, there's so much weight on this bar now. Oh. brush this bar off before I take the other weights off. If I can find the brush. It's weird. I feel like there's been a lot of people here. Usually I get more harassment in the chat, but do appreciate the people that are hanging around and watching. I'll have to put away my stuff because I'm going to be training out here tomorrow. Or take my stuff inside, I should say. Tomorrow, I'll be doing stuff from the blogs. Deadlifts for me serve like no purpose. They're just fun. I'm already too strong at them. Throw the camera away. I think like yesterday, or 2 days ago, I'm going to do some stretching. So if you guys are still here and do have any questions about anything, feel free to ask. I'll stretch my various muscles out. So actually balance. Actually, I'll move this back. I think the middle part of my platform is slightly unleveled. It's very slight, but it could also be the sides. I actually don't think it's actually the sides that are divoted down. I think the middle is slightly up, but that's just because I'm not an engineer. So maybe in a couple of years, if it gets bad, I'll re-level the floor underneath, but it's certainly good enough for the purposes out here, and I don't notice it when I'm doing any of the lifts, which is kind of the critical thing. And I think it's probably not even, it's probably like 1/8 of an inch. Like it's maybe a quarter, like it's really minimal. And the way I can tell is I can fit my fingers under my bar if I'm gonna like grip a snatch, but right in the center knurling, I'm not able to get my fingers underneath. So I mean, it's like, that is like probably 1/4 of an inch, or probably 1/8, because it's like my hand I could kind of get it under, but I can't get it fully. Then on the outsides, I get it under comfortably, so it's nothing that's insane. Honestly, even if it was a crazy like mountain in the middle, I probably wouldn't even really notice it when I lift, because I'm not really standing in that part. It's just my calves again. Help with my, well, calves, but also my plantar. Get a little plantar fasciitis. Just on the right foot. It's always annoying when I'm trying to go to sleep and my foot keeps trying to cramp. It's very uncomfortable. Whew. Let my foot relax into that full dorsiflexion, and then maintain it, and then push my knee forward. Nothing too radical with it. Some upper body stretches as well. I really feel it there in my pec and pec minor, pec major and pec minor. Raise it up up a little higher. There. Right. The same thing for the other side. I simply move over here to do it. It's interesting. I don't really feel. Oh no, there I got it. I'll say I don't feel my pec minor on this, or my pec really in general on this side, but I do a little bit now. Raise it up. This is right here where I need to do every day. Try to relax my neck. What I've noticed is when I have a lot of tension in my shoulder and my trap on this side, my neck just kind of, just my head just kind of flexes in that direction. All right, one more for my lats. Just kind of hang off and try to let my lat get pulled forward. I'm seeing a big spider down there. What's up, buddy? I think he's eating something. I don't know, but talked about this in a video and a live stream, but I'm trying to evolutionary pressure the spiders to do two things: to leave me alone and also to eat the bugs in here. And I don't think I need to do anything to get them to eat bugs, but the spiders that I see that come on my platform and stuff, they get smushed. So if I'm out here for enough spider generations, eventually I'll have a whole swarm of spiders that don't bother me. They don't come out and I can't see them, but they live out here in the shed and they do their job and eat all the bugs. Which, now that I think about that, I've never had a bug or a spider or anything that's been in my lifting equipment, which is nice. Just on platforms and stuff. I think it's probably not it's not as hospitable probably for them, I would imagine. And they don't really sit long enough for them to live in too long. Now that I think about that, this is kind of terrifying to think about my shoes being out here, but whole life I've never had a bug or anything in my shoe, so I'm just gonna live under the assumption that the bugs won't start living in my feet or in my shoes. Oh, this right here feels nice. I'll hit this other side one more time. Whew. Yeah, that was a solid stretch. I don't really do my legs that much, but my legs are never really generally tight. I like to stretch my quads. Not that my quads muscles themselves are tight, but if my quad tendons are sore and tight, it probably means my quads are pulling on them, because it's not necessarily my tendons that are the problem. It's probably all the so I do squats or something in a full squat every day. So it makes sense that my quads are pulling on the tendons a bit. So have to be aware of that. But move some of this stuff over here. But 'twas a productive day. My stuff over there. So I do appreciate you guys stopping by and watching me out here grunt and struggle against weights. And I think I did a pretty good job today. I wish I would have got that 130 on the snatch balance, but it is what it is. That's something I can shoot for next week. But everything else went really well. I was really surprised about the 275 triple. I was actually kind of worried that I was just going to miss it because I haven't pulled that heavy in a little bit. I think I've done 250 or 260 more recently. So I can't say I'm pleasantly surprised or I'm surprised by that lift because I always know I deadlift well. But I was surprised that I was able to do it for 3, I should say. Doing it for 1 is almost always, I'm always capable of doing. I've never really get that far away from that level of strength. Plus, if I'm back squatting, it just means my deadlift will just kind of stay there because my deadlift is driven by my back squat for the most part. So if my back squat's strong, my deadlift is going to be pretty much where it is. But so I need to start kind of thinking about getting more actual squat volume in if I want to start pushing that back squat up. But it's one of those tricky things. Like my squats are going well, legs don't feel weak, and my waves, like Saturday, the heavy sessions, those are continuing to go up. So I think if I start to get a little stymied or like I have like a really bad session, then that might indicate that I need to chill out on those and start pushing the squats a little bit. But I don't know. I think the accessory work I'm doing is volume in itself, and maybe I'll do some lunges tomorrow, but we will see with that. But yeah, that's going to be it for this one. So do appreciate you guys stopping by and liking and all that stuff. And if you want to, you can check out the other stuff I got working on the channel, more lifting stuff and some chest live streams that I might do at some point. So, well, I did one last night, so I don't know. What time is it now? It's 9. Maybe I'll do one tonight. We'll see. But talk to y'all in the next one. Have a great night, guys.